Hello, gentlemen. Let's have a very honest and real conversation today. Have you ever sat back and wondered why, no matter how much effort you put in, your partner doesn't quite reach the peak of pleasure you were hoping for? You might feel like you are doing all the right things, yet you feel like you are missing that one specific secret. You want to take her from a feeling of, "that was nice," to a feeling where her entire body completely melts. Well, today, I am going to give you that exact secret. It isn't a special toy, it isn't a pill, and it is not some incredibly complicated move that takes you hours to learn. It is a simple, science-backed method that, once you understand it, can give her the kind of explosive, trembling, and unforgettable climax that makes her look at you like you are the only man in the world. And here is the best part. This is not about having magic hands or being born with some kind of natural talent. It is strictly about understanding her body, her biology, and learning how to pace yourself in a way that most men never even think to do. I am Dr. William, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men improve their physical performance, their confidence, and their intimacy. Today, I am going to break this entire process down for you, step by step. Before we jump into the details, I have a quick question for you. Where are you watching this from today? I truly love seeing this community of men, especially those in their 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and 60 seconds watching from all across the globe. Please drop your city in the comments below. And while you are down there, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you are ready to learn how to become the kind of man women truly appreciate behind closed doors. The big lie about intimacy. Here is a common lie you have probably been told many times, that oral intimacy is all about your technique or how fast you can go. Many men think that if they just do what they have seen in movies or heard in locker room talk, they will automatically make their partner happy. But here is the truth that no one tells you. Most women need time, rhythm, and anticipation far more than flashy tricks. A woman's body is wired very differently than ours. While men often respond very quickly to direct touch, a woman's arousal builds up in layers, like a slow-moving wave. If you rush, you short-circuit the whole process. But if you move steadily and use real patience, that is when the magic happens. The most effective tool to unlock this pleasure is something called the start-stop method, which is sometimes called edging. When done properly, it builds waves of excitement that explode into a release that most women rarely get to experience. I know this works because I have seen it happen, both in medical research and in my own practice. Over my 12 years as a doctor, I have guided countless men, some in their 30 seconds and many in their 70 seconds, who felt a bit lost. They thought their age had taken away their ability to satisfy their partner. But once they learned the pacing and the patience behind this method, they not only gave their partners more pleasure, they also rebuilt their own confidence. Take my patient, Robert, for example. He was 64 years old and felt very frustrated. He told me, "Doctor, I try so hard, but she either gets bored or I get too tired before she ever gets there." After just 2 months of changing his approach to the start-stop method, he was glowing with confidence. His wife even told him it was the best intimacy they had enjoyed in decades. That is why I can say with 100% certainty, this is not just a theory, this actually works in the real world. Mastering the 3 pillars of oral intimacy. Let's go through this step by step, almost like a countdown to becoming a master in the bedroom. Pillar Hosson, setting the stage for absolute comfort. This is a point most men ignore. If you cannot breathe easily, if your jaw starts to ache after just 3 minutes, or if she is lying in a position that feels awkward or strained, neither of you will last long enough for the magic to happen. Think of arousal like climbing a high hill. If the person climbing keeps slipping because the ground is shaky, they will never reach the top. Comfort gives you steady footing. Practical tips. Place a pillow under her hips to tilt her pelvis. This gives you better access and makes her more sensitive. Support yourself. If you are kneeling, put a cushion under your knees so you don't get sore. If the bed is too high, have her lie near the edge so you can sit comfortably in a chair. Relax. Keep your jaw loose and breathe slowly through your nose. Settle in for the long haul. This isn't a race. It is a slow, enjoyable journey. When she sees that you are comfortable and in control, she will relax too. And relaxation is the fuel that makes her arousal grow. Pillar #2. The patient and slow build-up. This is where most men make their biggest mistake. They rush straight to the most sensitive spot, the clitoris, and start hammering away at it like they are pressing a button. But biologically, that area has over 8,000 nerve endings. It is the most sensitive part of the human body. Touching it too hard or too soon can be overwhelming or even painful for her. Instead, you must build the heat slowly, like warming up a high-performance engine. How to do it? Start completely away from the center. Kiss and tease the skin of her inner thighs. This area is full of nerves that prime her body for what is coming. Move in soft circles around the labia, keeping your touch slow and teasing. Introduction of rhythm. Use the tip of your tongue for gentle, consistent strokes from the bottom to the top. If it helps, count your strokes in your head to keep your rhythm steady. This tells her, I am not in a hurry. I want to savor every moment with you. Pillar #3. The start. Stop secret. Edging. This is where the real fireworks happen. The start-stop method is about bringing her right to the very edge of her climax, and then just before she crosses the line, you pull back and slow down. Then, you start building it up again. Every time you do this, her arousal level compounds, like interest in a bank account. By the time she finally reaches the peak, it isn't just a normal climax, it is earth-shaking. The biology. Edging allows her nervous system to gather more and more excitement with every wave. Her blood flow increases and her sensitivity reaches a peak. How to time it? You have to watch for her cues. Is her breathing getting faster? Are her thighs clamping together? Is her stomach tightening, or are her hands gripping the sheets? Right before she finishes, ease off. Switch to kissing her belly or her thighs for about 20 to 30 seconds. The final push. After she has settled for a moment, resume the exact same pattern that got her excited in the first place. Do this 2 or 3 times. On the final build, do not stop. Stay perfectly steady and let her go over the edge. Putting it into practice. So, how do you start? Prioritize comfort. Arrange the pillows and make sure you can last without getting a cramp. Slow down the build-up. Spend twice as much time on the warm-up as you normally would. Use the edge. Bring her close to the finish line. Stop. Let her breathe. And then build it back up. Do this a couple of times before the final release. Now, some of you might be thinking, Dr. William Walker, I am too old for this. I don't have the stamina I used to have. But let me tell you the truth. Age is not an obstacle here. In fact, many women say that men in their 50 seconds and 60 seconds are actually the best lovers. Why? Because you have learned how to be patient. You aren't in a rush to reach the end. You care more about the entire experience. Biologically, with this method, you don't need the stamina of a 20-year-old. You just need consistency. And consistency is something that never grows old. Gentlemen, you don't need to change who you are. You don't need to be younger or stronger. You simply need to understand her body, respect the process, and give her the patience she deserves. This method is about more than just technique. It is about being present with her. It shows her that you are a man who listens and notices the small things. Tonight, or the next time you are together, I want you to try this. Set the stage. Build it up slowly. Use the start-stop method twice. And then, let her go. Watch the way she looks at you afterward. That is when you will truly know you have given her something rare and special. If you found this advice helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and type start-stop in the comments so I know you are ready to take things to the next level. I'm Dr. William Walker, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, you are not past your prime. With a few small changes, you can create a connection and a confidence that lasts a lifetime.